Hi, welcome back to Hope Builders. My name is Brad Williams, and today we're going to be discussing a very controversial and probably much asked topic. And that goes right along with the industry that we're in. In the network marketing industry, there's a few things that kind of run along as stigmas of the industry, if you will. And a lot of that has to do with people joining the business and not being able to get what they want. Now, what's misunderstood is a lot of that has nothing to do with the industry and nothing to do with the opportunity. But some of it does. And there's a question I want to answer. Why is it some people can join a business and do so well, and while others seem to struggle? And I think the first thing we got to do is define where different people are at. And I think it'll help you answer that question. I came up with a little idea, and it's a little in Quadrant here. If you draw on a board here, and you divide everyone up into 4 sections. I call this the Quadrant of Influence, or the Influence Quadrant, if you will. Right over here, we will call these people 1, these people 2, these people 3, and these people 4. Now, how's this quadrant measured? Well, moving from left to right, if you will, you have credibility. Not too good at writing on the board here. And going from down to up, you have rapport. Or you can measure that in the strength of a relationship. So, lower being less, higher being more, left being less, and right being more. So how do we define who falls in these quadrants? Let me give you a good example of a 1. Someone without credibility and out rapport. That might be the guy that comes into Starbucks every day that you happen to run into that always has some new business. You don't even know his name, but yet he still feels comfortable approaching you about it. And we'll just call him the stranger with business. Now, who would a 2 be? Someone with a relationship without credibility. I think this is the person we all know too well, and it might be the person that we associate network marketing with the most, and that would be our broke brother-in-law. We love him. We know him. We're close with him. But he's broke. We've seen him try 6 different things in the last 2 years, and none of them worked out. Now as you move over to the right-hand side of the quadrant, you get into some better ground. So who would a 3 be? Who would I be talking about? Someone with tremendous credibility. And I'm not talking about over here. I'm talking about someone that falls over in this area. Tremendous credibility but no relationship. Someone who could say something and it would be extremely believable even though you didn't know him at all. I think a great example of that would be someone like a Donald Trump. Someone who's a total expert in their field. And you know is credible and successful, but you have no relationship with. And a 4. Best quadrant you can be in. And that would be your best friend, lives in the same town as you do, known him your whole life. He owns every business in town and everything he turns touches to gold. So we'll call him, put BF, we'll call him the business owner. Now when you're out there and you're doing one of the main tasks that happens in our business is recruiting. Finding the next person to join your business. The higher the number, the better chance you have. I can promise you, when this guy comes to you, you're not going to say, is that real? Does it work? You're going to say, sign me up. In fact, you might even for him. Problem is, the majority of people fall left of this line. Regardless of the relationship or who they're talking to, they fall left of that line. It's why they struggle in this business. When you're coming from someone or over here in credibility, even when you're talking to someone you know very well, it's really hard to get them to believe you. In fact, they're probably not going to. You know, the number one reason someone's going to join or do business with anyone or anything is trust. And if they can't trust that you have credibility or prior success, you're fighting an uphill battle. You got to be over here. So where does that leave us? That's not good news. How in the world can we do the business if we're here? Well, I think that's a question, it's a problem that we can answer here. And it's by adding credibility. One of the ways that we can do that, and it's something we teach in our business, is if I'm over here and I'm showing this business to someone and I want them to join, I'll bring one of these people. I'll bring my person that's in my business that's doing this in a big time way. Someone who has notable, incredible success with me. Now all of a sudden, where I might have been a 2 before, I'm now a 2 and a 3, I'm a 5. I brought my credibility with me. But there's even better news than that, and that's with what we offer. You can increase your credibility by leveraging our system. Leveraging what Hope Builders has to offer. Leveraging that, you know what? I know I haven't been there, but look what I'm using. Look at what I have behind me. You can start marching your credibility over and over and over. And once your credibility comes, the people join you. The more success you have, one day you're going to be over here. That's not the whole story. Eventually, the other problem that faces many people in this industry, and again, I'm speaking to people that are familiar with the industry, that have experience in it, is eventually you run out of what's called your warm list. People you know that you can go and talk to about your business. So even if you have credibility, you start marching your way down this list. And I can promise you go up to a stranger and you talk to them about a business, they don't know who you are. You know, I could say anything that I wanted. This business is called relationship marketing for a reason. It requires a relationship. So how do you go out there and build that when you might not know somebody? The other thing you can improve is you can improve this. Part of what we teach at Hope Builders is a way to learn, whereas you might walk in the door here, but we're going to teach you how to communicate. So by the time you get into talking about the business, you've crossed that line. You brought your credibility with you. You brought your successful person, you brought your system, and you brought your training with you. See, that's what we offer that fixes the biggest problem in the industry, is whereas I might be right here when I join, but bringing what we have, I can end up right here, the place it takes to have success. That's just one of the many things we offer at Hope Builders. And in fact, this training is something that's very much more extensive as the process of teaching you how to do these things. But that's what we offer. We offer hope to anybody. You don't have to be the big shot when you join with us. We can help you grow into the person that has those things. Thank you for joining us at Hope Builders today. Look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.